The National Christmas Center is full of nostalgia and thousands of items reflecting the holiday spirit. This room features charming toys from different eras. Lindsay Hallman came to visit with her children.
I love seeing the different toys, and it definitely brings me back to when I was a kid, the excitement about Christmas.
The old stuff is new to her son Brody, who is just as excited.
There's lots of lights and a lot of Christmas trees are up.
500 Santa Claus figures are scattered throughout the museum, including this North Pole workshop and an exhibit on Christmas around the world. These figurines go back to the 1800s. Museum curator Jim Morrison says Santa's clothing has changed over time.
100 years ago, he had blue pants and a red top and white fur, and that kind of developed into the red Santa that we know today.
About 3/4 of the objects in the center come from Morrison, who began collecting all things Christmas as a child.
Here is a little train that my aunt gave me when I was 3 years old. That little train started all of this here.
Now in his 70s, Morrison put his treasures into this building to share his love of Christmas with others.
Christmas was changing in America. I kind of liked the way it was when I was a little boy, so we built this through the imagination of a child. All the special things, caroling, the Christmas tree, just memories of generations.
Visitor Walter Smith wishes today's Christmas could be more like the old days.
Today it's gotten so commercial. Years ago, Christmas meant something, and it was the simple things in life back then.
He and other visitors are especially taken by the recreated Woolworths store, the first retail chain to sell factory-made goods at cheap prices. For more than a century, starting in the late 1800s, Woolworths was the place to go for Christmas decorations and toys.
I remember going there with my mom when we were kids, and all the different toys and the dolls.
We were kind of poor. My father would get the skinniest tree that he could find, and by putting the tinsel strands down between the skimpy branches, it sort of filled in the tree.
The young, or young at heart, can stroll through whimsical Tudor Town, based on a story about an old English village where the animals get into the Christmas spirit. Toyland Train Mountain features electric trains traveling through villages and towns. The display is reminiscent of smaller versions often placed under the Christmas tree. This 12-year-old boy is enjoying the trains and toys from the past.
I learn all the vintage things and, not see like an iPad.
Morrison says he especially wants visitors to remember the real meaning of Christmas, to celebrate the birth of Jesus. The museum has a large collection of nativity scenes.
We show nativities from many different countries: China, Japan, Korea, Estonia, Russia, Africa.
For older visitors, the center's memorabilia takes them back to being a kid again. And for kids, it's a look at the joy of Christmas before they were born. Deborah Block, VOA News, Paradise, Pennsylvania.